now, viewers, moving on to a very important and an unfortunate story, rather. We all saw how Hyderabad-bound bus claimed life of at least more than 17 people, and there are serious questions which are hovering around the incident. Now, if I ask, how safe are you when you travel in a bus, what would you say? Did you just buy a ticket to tragedy? Now, why I say so is because in the last 10 days, there have been 2 horrific incidents of buses turning into infernos. There was a family from Nellore, Gola Ramesh, his wife Anusha, and their 2 children, 12-year-old Shashank and 10-year-old Manyata. The entire family was burnt alive, viewers. They were trapped, scorched, and charred to death. There are just 4 out of 19 people who were killed inside an AC sleeper bus which caught fire in Kurnool. Imagine, you're traveling on a night bus, it's 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and you're fast asleep. Suddenly, screams pierce the darkness as flames engulfs the bus. You look around to see other passengers scrambling to escape, only to find emergency gates jammed. This horrifying scene, viewers, is exactly what unfolded in bus number DD019490. Now, traveling in the dead of the night, passengers were burned alive as they slept, their journey of hope turning into a complete nightmare. They were traveling from Hyderabad to Bengaluru. Families were waiting for their destination to arrive, for smiling faces were instead met with unimaginable charred bodies. Today, we take you through the events that led to the tragic incident and explore why it might have happened and examine the factors that turned an ordinary journey into a horrifying, catastrophic one. Now, from Jaisalmer to Kurnool, how safe are we in a bus? Which way just turns into a burning furnace? Now, viewers, let's take you through the events in Kurnool one by one. What caused the tragic crash that claimed the lives of at least 19 people? The first reasons on your screen is what caused this tragedy. Bike collides with the sleeper bus. Now, that's the first reason according to the reports. The second reason, bike's fuel tank ruptured on the impact. It actually led to sparkle and then the whole bus caught flames. The third reason led to spilling petrol on the road. Because of the impact, the petrol spilled on the road. Now, leaking fuel and friction sparked flame, as I was mentioning, and within minutes, viewers, the entire bus fuel tank exploded. It had 40 people on board. The fire spread rapidly inside the bus, engulfing the entire bus and turning it into a fireball. Now, basically, the trapped sleeping passengers were still inside. They were trying to get out, but bus accidents like these are often predictable. So why did so many lives get lost? Let's now take you through what went wrong and who might be responsible. The first reason on your screens right now. Main door, viewers, the bus, the very bus which caught fire, the main door, we are learning, was jammed. Emergency window was completely jammed. And if that was not enough, the driver's cabin didn't even open for people to escape. We also know that the back window, they were broken open by the passengers to just get out of the bus and to save their life. And window was at least 8 to 9 feet height. So difficult for even passengers to jump, but some opted to jump out of that horrific sight. Now, this accident happened at 2:30 a.m. Everybody was sleeping. Nobody knew what was happening. They were awake by the biggest nightmare of their life. Now, 2 drivers didn't help. They fled from the scene. So basically, these these points make it clear that it could have been prevented, some lives could have been saved if these things, these basic things from windows to emergency gates, if they were not jammed. Now viewers, it also appears that this particular bus had been under scrutiny multiple times before accumulating a staggering 16 challans. Now this bus number DD019490 on your screens right now, it had no entry challans slapped on it 9 times, dangerous driving challans 2 times, wrong parking challans 5 times. So you can clearly see that this bus was in itself a problematic one because it had so many challans lined up against the bus itself now viewers. So clearly this is an unfortunate one, whether or not it could have been prevented. You have to decide, because I have given you the reasons how passengers could have saved their life.